Well, good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock, so let's go ahead and get started. This is kind of the introduction overview for Management 425 International Business for the summer 2021 semester. My name is David Wyld, and I welcome the students that I have online now watching and participating in this live. If I am recording this session and will be posting it either later today or after a morning session that I'll hold tomorrow morning and judge which one which one is best. So if you're watching this online, welcome. And I today the purpose of today's session is just to provide you with an overview of the course and just to apprise you of how things will work during this summer semester. This is probably going to be the last semester that everything is going to be online. This was scheduled to be online 100%. There is no set class time, which makes it impossible to do like a live lecture or anything like that. So my attitude with this is I try to structure the course to make it as user friendly for you as possible, and yet provide you with a good learning experience. And so, as you'll see as we go along, most everything is done through my management lab, and will be available to you to work on starting today. And so, if you're one that would want to work ahead, you can in this course on everything other than the exams, and so we'll take those on a set schedule that I'll talk about here in just a few minutes. So this is hopefully the last totally online semester. It's a senior course. A few of you will likely be graduating this semester. So it's like my son graduating from tech during the pandemic. It is what it is, and so we have what the hand that we're dealt. So we'll make the best of it. So a couple of things to get a hold of me. Best way absolutely is via email. Please reach out to me via email. I'm online quite a bit due to not just the courses I'm teaching this summer, but consulting and writing work. And so I will try to get back to you as soon as possible with your email. I list my phone that's going to the office. I am in and out of the office just a little bit. I won't be holding regular office hours. I will be available virtually mornings during the course of the semester. If, in fact, if you wanted to have a one-on-one session, what I would say is initiate a Google Meet or a Zoom session on your own. Send me an invite during those virtual office hours, and be happy to meet with you individually online. In terms of textbook rental, we do have a textbook. It is Wyld and Wyld International Business. You can pick that up from textbook rental. You also, though, through textbook rental, get access to my management lab included for free, and so that is key. As of about an hour ago, the majority of students in both of the Management 425 sections that I'm teaching this summer have successfully follow the protocol for registering and getting online for free for my management lab. At the end of this welcome session, I will remain on the line online here, and if you are experiencing any difficulty in registering for my management lab, I've only had out of better part of 50 students. I've had inquiries from 2 students thus far that have had any issues at all, and those I believe have been resolved. So I'll be monitoring the progress on registration for my management lab, and want you to get registered for my management lab uh, prior uh, prior to midweek next week. I'll be looking, and certainly to not fall behind in the course. And again, I'm cognizant that it is 100% online, and also that many of you will be taking at least one, if not two, maybe 3 other classes. I'm used to that at the senior level, as you try to do whatever you can to graduate. So I know it'll be a busy time between now and the end of July, when the course ends. And I think if you haven't had the chance to download the course syllabus and the day-by-day course schedule, both of those will be vital for you to have and to access throughout the semester. The day-by-day course schedule, and of course, because we're using my management lab, the dates that I refer to in the course schedule are reflected in my management lab in terms of the due dates for the chapter work, and then also the test dates, and we'll talk about that as we go along. But in terms of covering the syllabus, your seniors, you're pros by now. You know what you're looking for, and in terms of structuring this class, I think you will find a lot of very favorable things, a lot of things that you will like. I only teach international business in the summertime. Try to keep it rather simple. Traditionally, I don't have anything like a group project or a term paper. So basically, you are just reading the textbook and taking tests over the textbook material. The only thing that I typically include is something to do with international sporting events that take place. And over the years, we've used like the Champions League, we've used the Olympics. And this summer, there will be an Olympics, hopefully, but it is right at the end of July when the semester ends. So there's no way to incorporate that into the course of the semester. So as you look through the syllabus and look through the course schedule, it all has to do with activities on my management lab. In terms of if you look at how you're going to get your grade, the most important thing from this first day, if you look on page 3 of the syllabus, I do use the traditional 10-point grading scale. And then on page 4 of the syllabus talks about the different grade components that we'll have in the class. There will be 5 regular exams over the chapters covered out of the Wyld and Wyld book. 5 exams over 16 chapters. Each exam is going to be worth 12% of your course grade, so that the regular exams will make up 60%. So the majority of the course grade. The other grade components, there will be a comprehensive final at the end of the semester over all 16 chapters. So that will be worth 15%. So not tremendously more than just a regular exam. So it's not make or break, but it is an opportunity for many students to help on the grade. And so that'll be 15% of the course grade. My management lab, other than the exams, will be 25% of the course grade. The chapter quizzes will be worth 15% of the course grade, and then the chapter homework development assignments, those will be worth 10% of the course grade. So, and again, as you look through the syllabus, the exams will be taken on my management lab. Those exams again are worth 12% of your course grade. The exam period will be open for a 24-hour window. And the first of those exams will be over chapters 1 through 3. And if you refer to the course calendar, that exam over chapters 1 through 3 will be on Monday, June 14th. And so from 12:01 a.m. till 11:59 p.m. that night, you can log in at a time of your choosing, take the exam. It will be objective in nature, multiple choice and true false. The chapter quizzes will be a good insight into how you've prepared to study for the exams. The exams you can take twice. If you take it once and want and believe you can do better, you can sit for it a second time. Whichever grade is highest is the one that counts. And so you can basically take the exam a second time risk-free. And the exam works, it works on a pooling system. I go through the test, I went through the test bank, selected a wide number of exam questions, and then the exam itself pools the questions each time. So you could end up seeing significantly different questions. So probably as many as 75, 80% of the questions would be different from the first exam attempt to the second. So quite common that I'll have students take the exam a second time. I realize that that is a time commitment for you. But if you take it once and are not satisfied with your exam score, you can later that day take it again. And so it gives you a chance. You know, if you take it in the morning or in the afternoon, perhaps you take the lessons from the first time you took the exam and maybe study an additional hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then take it a second time. And whichever exam score is higher is the one that counts. So it's a system you can take full advantage, can and should take full advantage of if you don't get the exam score you want on the first attempt. Homework you can take an unlimited amount of times to get the grade you want. The quizzes, the chapter quizzes, are set for taking up to 3 times, and just like the exams, only the highest score counts. So with the summer semester, basically the task of scheduling in the summer is to avoid the July 4th weekend period. And I've done that as best possible. July 4th, is, if you've already looked up, is on a Sunday. So that means a Monday university holiday. And what I've done is structured it so that you don't immediately come back to an exam after July 4th. The third exam will be on Wednesday, July the 7th. And so I usually try to avoid that week entirely, but it worked out this time that I needed to space in terms of spacing out the exams during the semester. That was the best I could do. So with that being said, the main thing to know is that in terms of the again, refer to that calendar that I provided to you. Makes it, I hope, rather clear as to when all the assignments and quizzes will be due. I've grouped together the homework for each chapter, so it's very easy to see when you go into My Management Lab what you need to do. And there are prompts on My Management Lab that, you know, what remains for you to do for the next due date. But let's, in terms of like that first exam that will be on Monday, the 14th of June, over the first 3 chapters. That means that the quizzes, the chapter quizzes, and the chapter homework assignments will be due on Sunday, the 13th. Okay, before midnight. So do be aware of that. What I will do throughout this semester is provide you with at least one weekly announcement. Generally, I'll make these on the weekend just a look forward at what you need to be focused on for the week and what the deadlines are that will be coming up, so that nothing catches you by surprise. But hopefully set this up in a way, particularly since we're not meeting in person, so that it's pretty easy to follow online, both in Moodle. And I know it was a surprise to many of you when you opened Moodle for the first time for the summer semester, and it is the new improved Moodle. And it's a different interface, but I think once you get used to it, there actually are some advantages to it. And also on my management lab. And with my management lab, I've had very smooth workings with my management lab over the past couple of summers, so I don't anticipate any issues. I will say that the tech support that I can provide is a little limited. I have a couple of tricks that I will tell students in terms of how to overcome some of the technical issues that arise with my management lab. Generally, it works best on the Chrome browser. And you do need to, of course, allow pop-ups, because everything works through a pop-up menu, and in terms of opening anything, a quiz, an assignment, a test. The other thing is sometimes the cache in your computer gets full, and it'll prevent it from working. So my tech support answers generally will go through a progression of have you tried a different browser? Have you tried restarting your computer? There are resources available both through Southeastern. We have a student help desk that has been quite helpful in the past when students encountered any issue with Moodle or the interface with my management lab. Pearson also has some very good support online for my lab products and my management lab in particular. And if you run into any difficulties, I would urge you to contact me. I've got some links that I can send to you. But Pearson in particular, if you're dealing with my management lab issues, has the ability to do that tech support thing where they take over your computer and they can see exactly what's going on. So I can't do that. So they can provide far better tech support than I can. The other friendly reminder I would have is to try to get the assignments and done and the test taken as early in those windows as possible. We are, as some of you have already experienced today, we're in spring thunderstorm season, and so it does happen where I've had students taking exams, doing chapter quizzes and so forth, and having the power go out, have the Wi-Fi go out where they're working, and it does happen. So if you run across a situation where you need an additional attempt, that is something that I can do on my end. Something else I wanted to mention from the syllabus, because it does come into play, is I do have a date scheduled later in the semester, which is actually in lieu of individual makeups on things like that are missed, in terms of if you go through the semester and you're keeping up reasonably well, but perhaps you missed a chapter quiz, failed to complete homework, or even missed a test. I do have a date on Monday, July 26th. That will be the purge. Using the movie analogy, that will be a day we have no rules, and so everything that was due previously during the semester is open and available to you. You can take or you can retake anything done prior to that for full credit with no penalty. And so it is an opportunity, yes, for makeup. It is an opportunity also if you find yourself like in that situation where you're on the cusp of the grade that you may want for the class. If you're borderline B to A, C to B, D to C, hopefully not. But if you find yourself on the borderline and you particularly have not just perhaps missed an assignment or a quiz, but perhaps you have low scores, that is an attempt, that is an opportunity for you to improve those. And again, with the purge, just like with everything else during the course of the class with my management lab, only the highest grade counts. So if you have let's just take if you have one test that you did not do particularly well on, perhaps you have an A or a B average, and you have one test where you, for whatever reason, made a 55. The purge would give you the ability on that date, Monday, July 26th, to retake that one particularly low test. And if you score higher, hopefully higher than 55, then you get that score, and that can dramatically improve your grade picture. So it is an opportunity to take advantage of. It is not designed for doing the whole semester in one day. So put that out of your mind. But at the same time, I've had students that, for one reason or another, and it can happen particularly fast in the summertime, if due to a personal concern, a family concern, a work concern, you lose a week or 2 weeks during the course of the semester, and zeros don't average in very well. The purge gives you the opportunity to take and make up those assignments or quizzes or tests, or retake those if you had a period where you particularly were distracted and could not devote as much time as possible to the course, and do much better. And so I've had students dramatically raise their grade through the purge. I know I had one student last spring. I do the same thing in management 351. Literally turned an F into a B for the course. And so I hope you don't have to use it a lot, but it is there. It is available to take advantage of. So far, haven't talked a lot about the nature of the course. This is a very interesting course, because the international topics are generally some of the last topics that are covered in your other principles classes. When you've had principles of management, principles of marketing, principles of finance, economics, accounting, so forth, the international topics are kind of toward the end, right? Maybe right before the ethics chapter that you may or may not get to. So this gives you an opportunity to focus on the international and global aspects of a wide variety of subject matter. And literally, if you go through the list of chapters, basically we cover almost everything that is covered in your various principles classes, and in some of your more advanced classes, depending on your major, but then put an international slant on things. And so it is a good opportunity, particularly in your senior year, to get more exposed to the international aspects of business, and to be made more aware of how all of our lives, all of our careers are impacted by these issues, and it's made very relevant to you. I like the textbook. I like the My Management Lab that goes with it. I will say that I will be providing weekly updates. I will not be, because the course does not have a set time. I don't provide like a weekly lecture over the chapters that will be assigned for that week. What I do in lieu of that is provide you with very good resources on Moodle for each chapter. The PowerPoints are particularly strong. The PowerPoints are literally better than better. I'll say right out, they're from the publisher, and they're far better than what I could develop myself. They are far more complete. Uh, I would say use them as you see fit. Of course, with the book and the ebook, you have a lot of resources available to you already. Don't discount the PowerPoints. The PowerPoints are very helpful in terms of kind of a summary study method. In terms of how you go about using them, whether whether you download those or print them out or do both. I think I think the PowerPoints are very good to study from, particularly like, on the last day before an exam. And then also, I'm cognizant you're going to be taking the exam through my management lab. I don't use the lockdown browser. I don't use any of the kind of scary observation proctoring and so forth that's available, and so forth. So you can use the PowerPoints in creative ways, and both in your studying and perhaps even as a test aid. But I'm aware of that. The main thing I want you to do is do as best possible in learning the materials and in actually performing on the test, which all of this does come down to a grade, and aware of that. So I've been talking for about 25 minutes now. I've gotten through all of the major points that I wanted to cover. What I want to say is that I will stay online and answer any questions that the students in the live session here might have, whether it's about the course, if it's about my management lab, and any difficulties you might be having. I'll work with you individually on that. But I've covered just about what I have set out to do. I look forward to you having a good learning experience during this short course. You have a lot. You have a lot of reading to do. You have some very good reinforcement activities in the homework category on my management lab. And then you can use the chapter quizzes as a way to gauge how well you're learning the materials. I know in terms of, I know I will be holding a couple of these sessions throughout the course of the semester, particularly after that first and probably the second exam, so that if you have any specific questions about am I doing this right? Where am I? Am I studying properly for doing well on the online exams? Those are significant concerns, because this does come down to a grade. So I will be holding these sessions periodically, not on a weekly basis, but periodically. But I do urge you to take advantage of all the materials available to you and resources through my management lab, on Moodle, in the Moodle course, and then if you have any specific questions, concerns, please email me. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you desire a one-on-one session, then send me an invite for a Zoom meeting or for a Google Meet during my availability time, and those will be in the morning. In the mornings during the weekday. If you need another time due to work or family concerns, can certainly work with you on that. So yeah, I just got the upgrade message on Zoom, so we're quickly running out of time for this scheduled session. So I'm going to end and just say I wish you well. I look forward to working with you over the next two sessions, in the next 2 months, and I'll look forward to seeing you online and talking with you online and via email. And if you don't have any questions, although I already saw one student in chat with a question, so I'll hang on and answer that question. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out with me. again, look forward to working with you online and look forward to hearing from you and seeing you do good things during the course of the semester. If you don't have any questions, that's the end of the prepared material. If you do, hang on the line and I'll address your questions. Let me go into the chat here. Okay, Samuel. Okay, you have the problem of registering for my management lab. You do need to. You do. Thanks for cutting and pasting the error message that you got. If what I will say is, if you go through Moodle and click on the My Lab link, that should lead you to be able to successfully register. If that does not work, then I will say try the Chrome browser and retry it. If both those things don't work, then send me an email and I will direct you to Pearson's online support, and they can help you directly with being able to register. So I know it doesn't help to say that the majority of students have successfully done this, but we'll try to get yours resolved this afternoon, this evening. So, okay, thanks, Sam. Any other questions right now? I have a couple students still online. So if there's any questions. Okay. I'll hang on for about another 30 seconds if you want to open your mic or if you want to type in something on the chat. Otherwise, you can email me directly and I'll answer your question through that way. Hope you have, oh, okay. Okay, the Macy had a question about for the, yes, any assignment, all of the assignments, all the quizzes, all of the tests will be available to you on the purge day. So if by chance you don't complete them by the due date, then the makeup would be on the purge day. So all of that would be available. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. So with that, I'll conclude this session. Sam, if you have difficulties continuing with the My Management Lab registration, please contact me. Otherwise, I will look forward to working with you and seeing you online, and good luck during the semester. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye.